Hi, I'm Dr. Bojack from Atlantic Chiropractic in Stoneham, Mass, your postural doctor. Today we're going to go over some components of vitalistic care. Okay, so at our clinic, our vitalistic care clinic, we have three components of healing and growth. Okay, one of those is focus, another one is lifestyle, and the third one is connection. Okay, so the first one you got to get is that we're more than our bodies. Okay, we're made up. Inside of you is energy is inside of us. Okay, intelligence and organizing force. This intelligence and organizing force is called energy or life energy. You call it chi, you call it life force, you can call it God's force. Okay, but it's literally life energy. Okay, it's the spark that makes the distinction between somebody being deceased and somebody being living. Okay, that energy is no longer in that deceased individual. That's found in the living individual as a consequence. Okay, the second premise here is everything is always changing. Okay, so it's always dynamic. Okay, and through that energy or life force, we are either getting stronger or weaker. So that life force is literally either adding to us or subtracting from us. Okay, so it's either building those cells up, so your bone cells are changing every 3 to 4 months, your red blood cells change every 120 days. Your red blood cells change every anywhere from 60 to 90 days, so it's a constant update of our body's components through this energy, and it's always adding versus subtracting. And that energy of yours is always adding, never looking to subtract, okay, unless there's some kind of breakdown. And to prove that, right, when we cut ourselves, that cut will always what? Scab or scar up. Okay, when we spike a high fever, that body always wants to knock that fever down. Okay, and even in our posture, we have a righting reflex. So if we have a deviation or lateral flexion of our heads, and we look at it in the mirror in front of us, we want to upright our head to reestablish balance in there as a consequence. So this life force, this life energy, this God's intelligence is always looking out for us. And it's always looking to add versus subtract. So your availability of this balance or presenting a positive expression is always dependent on that life force and how well that life force is expressing throughout our bodies. Okay, so that expression, the more that message, instruction, or direction can express through our neurological communication or through our authentic self or just through our self authenticity, the better we function, the better we work, the more comfortable we are as a consequence to that. And again, the more comfortable we are in our own bodies as a result, or our own character and identity as a result. Okay, and that's the most powerful place you can be. Okay. So things are always maximized, okay, with the expression of our life energy, okay? So your body keeps growing, okay, and consistently gets stronger and healthier, okay? So we can do that by contributing to it through a positive and focused, deliberate thought, right? Or a conversation, so that we're always adding to that flow of energy, okay? And it's always working for us, and we're always setting the intention for it to work for our benefits and our acknowledgement and our contribution, right? and that's our main premise, right? Always to contribute, always to add, always to benefit somebody as a result, okay? And then our healthy lifestyle, right? So what we're putting in this machine to make sure it's functionally working at its peak performance state. So foods, right? If it's created by God, something says that that's healthy for you versus it's created outside of God. It's synthesized, or it's metabolized, or it's artificial. Then it's not going to be digested. It's not going to be utilized by our machine as well as something natural as a result. Okay, and then thirdly, right, is our neurological connection. So again, the better we're wired, the better the firing. Okay, so this wiring determines our firing. So the better connected we are through our neurological communication and expression, the better our response as a result in those actions. Okay, again, those distortions in our spine are going to create resistance, or as we call them, subluxations. Subluxations cause postural distortions. These subluxations or postural distortions cause irritation on the message, instruction, or direction of that expression. And because of that irritation or distortion on that message, instruction, or direction, then that software can't express to that hardware, and hence that hardware cannot express or function at a peak performance level as a result. Okay, so we're always looking for that to occur as a result. So your spine must be correctly aligned, functional, okay, because again, right, that neurology, which is inside the spine, is like overcooked pasta. Doesn't take a whole lot of pressure resistance on those nerves. So weight of a quarter decreases the functional integrity of that neurology by anywhere from 15 to 25% as a result. So it doesn't take much to aggravate that neurological component in regards to its expression to that hardware as a result. And then again, right, these postural distortions, whether it's anterior translation or loss of curve, or head translations, or high shoulders or low shoulders, or rotations, all those distortions are going to break down that message, instruction, or direction, which is going to irritate that flow, which is going to irritate that message, instruction, or direction, which is going to irritate the functional integrity. Okay, so important to make sure neurology, or that spark, is literally what we are, right? That spark, again, is always expressing us, has to be positive, has to be flowing, has to connect, okay? And the better that spine works, the better, more functional that spine is, the better expression as an overall result. Again, give us a call at 781-GET-WELL, 781-438-9355. We'd love to check your posture to see exactly what's going on and what we can help you with. Look forward to speaking with you. Have a great night.